Traders, and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is the AUDUSD trader channel. Basically, I focus only on trading the AUDUSD, and today I'll be covering what I plan to do with AUDUSD for the rest of the week. Yesterday we had a setup which I explained in the previous video. I'll be linking the video to this this particular video also, so you can go back and see our analysis from on Thursday. Today is 27th of June 2025, and today is Friday. And basically, I have a sell bias on AUDUSD, and I'm also will be showing you guys how I was able to spot my entries. In our previous video, I showed you guys the reason why I was expecting a sell, which was after correlating it with AUDJPY. And I did a little explanation as to why that is, using my strategy, of course, which is the AUDUSD strategy. Now, for yesterday, we had the news and we had the GDP data, and at a particular time frame we also wanted to trade. And as you can see, I had 2 entries for yesterday. Only 1 entry was activated, and as of right now, we are in profit. Now, this is not to say all my trades are perfect. Even the best traders do have bad days. But again, I don't want to be showing you guys history or past backtest data. I just want us to actually trade live, so everybody can really see how easy it is to actually trade AUDUSD and become profitable. And this is why I started this channel. So we're going to be starting with the fundamental context. For that, I'll be taking you guys to Forex Factory. So these are the news we've had this week, and we're just going to be covering from on Wednesday. So as you can clearly see here, we had the AUD CPI on Wednesday, which was around 2:30 a.m. We also had the Fed Chair Powell's testimony on Wednesday also. And yesterday, which was Thursday, we had the final GDP unemployment claims. Now, these are all very important fundamentals you have to look at whenever you're trading AUDUSD. Now, after that news, after those fundamental news, we're able to determine that our trade setup will be a sell, and this is why we are on a sell currently. Now, for the technical correlation check, this is part of the strategy. Basically, I mostly focus on trading correlation because this is what confirms my bias for either it's going to be a strong sell, a strong buy, a weak sell, or a weak buy. That way I'm not stuck on a trade I don't want to be on. Again, I already focus on AUDUSD, so it's very easy for me to go in between these pairs. So there are other correlation for buy and for sell, which is something I'll be covering in depth in all my videos. You'll be getting all this strategy for free. But if you still insist that you want to work with me personally, you can always reach out and we can have a call and see if our program is for you. So, but for today, I just wanted to show you guys how I was able to get this sell from yesterday. And for today, I'm waiting for 3 p.m., which is when, of course, I'll be looking at another possible entry. I'm already on the trade, so I probably might not be adding more positions. But let's say I'm not on any trade, I'll be looking for possible entries from 3 p.m. So in the next about 25, that's 9 minutes actually. So these are what I'll be looking at. So I'll be looking at this as my possible entry. So this will be somewhere I'll be looking at to go short, right? So I'll be looking to go short at this price. Now I might not be. Usually whenever I'm trading AUDUSD, my stop loss is usually 25 pips. My risk to reward is on a normal 1 to 2, 1 to 3. My strategy is very technical, and it has a particular pattern, so you know exactly what you're looking for, you know when to expect what you're looking for. For example, I know I'm going to be trading by 3 p.m. today, and of course everybody has the way they trade, but for me, I'll have to wait for 3 p.m. There's a reason. Even though we already had some news and we have some more news, some more fundamental news coming out, You can see here we already had the core PCE price index by 1:30, and by 3 p.m. exactly we'll be having the consumer sentiment, which is of course a very important fundamental news for the day. So with that said, I'll be looking to go short, and I will still have to confirm my short bias, which is something I haven't done yet. But looking at my chart here, I can see on EURUSD there was a break of this high, right? So there was a break of this high, which clearly you can see there was no break of high on our AUDUSD pair. So this gives me a very strong bias for a sell. So I expect this sell to continue at this price, which is something I'll still be looking deep into by 3. And coming back to AUDJPY, I still have another confirmation that there is going to be a continuation to the downtrend. So again, so there was a break of this low here, which is something I will use to confirm my bias. Now moving forward, let me see what else I need to cover. Again, I have this talking point here so I don't forget. So again, my trading plan of course is to look for around 250 pips move on the AUDUSD. I already told you guys I had 2 possible entries as of yesterday, and for today I'll also be having 2 possible entries. Now this is my first entry, and this will be my second entry for today, so it will be right here, right? So again, there's a possibility that this might trigger and then we might have a pullback to this point before we get a continuation. Now the market is always changing, so you always have to be very adaptive. So whenever you see a trend and there's a change, you also need to quickly change your mind. Again, if you're not ready to change your mind, you're not ready to be a trader. And this is what I'm expecting for the pip value and the amount of pips I'm probably expecting from this particular trade. Secondly, my risk disclaimer. As always, this is my personal analysis. Trade with proper risk management and only take trades that align with your strategy. This is my strategy and I'm giving it out for free, but always consider your risk appetite. I have my risk strategy. I don't overtrade. This is something I'll be covering in depth in future videos, but for now I just want us to go explain basically how I'm able to get a buy or sell on AUDUSD. If you want my daily correlation analysis on AUDUSD, feel free. The strategy is free, though I'll be keeping some major fact to myself for only my premium subscribers. But again, you can subscribe and comment below your bias for this particular setup, and everybody has their opinion on whether the market is going to go up or down. Again, I understand that, but this is my own bias and I've told you guys why. So I have my confirmation on EURUSD and on AUDJPY. So today is Friday and this is what I'm expecting, though I might still change my mind, but for now this is what I'm expecting. I'm still expecting a sell to the downside, and these are my confirmation bias, even though I still expect this particular pair to move back up before finally coming down. Okay, so I'm going to be checking what news we'll be having on Monday and on Tuesday. So as you can see, on Tuesday next week, July, we have this very important fundamental news, which I expect to also push down our AUDUSD more. But again, it might go the opposite direction. I'm always changing my mind. I'm always actively looking at my correlation to be sure if this is a good time to buy or to sell. So with that said, this is all for this particular video. I'll be dropping more videos in the nearest future, and I hope you enjoy my content. Don't hesitate to subscribe, hit the like button. This is the end of the video. I really will appreciate you guys if you just hit the subscribe button and put on your notification bell, so whenever I drop a video you get a quick notice. So with that said, I'll see you all in the next video, And if you have any suggestions, please drop it in the comment section. If you want me to cover any particular part of my strategy, maybe the fundamental part or the technical correlation check, or my trading plan and how I'm able to determine what time I trade, just leave a comment, like, and subscribe. So see you all in the next video.